Okay, another subject. Labor has delayed the public release of its COVID-19 review. What is the government afraid of to show, do you think?
Review. You'd hardly call it a review, Chris. I think you're being very, very kind there. Look, the panellists were biased. They were lockdown supporters. They're not allowed to look at the state responses. They've got no investigative powers. They've got no power to compel evidence, compel documents, compel witnesses. This is just a sham. It is to get at Morrison, and Morrison should be got at. He deserves to be really hammered on this, but he's no more guilty he's just as guilty, rather, as the state premiers, who are mostly Labor. This is a protection racket for the Labor premiers and the Labor bureaucrats. We need a Royal Commission now, and a Royal Commission now.
You see, I would have thought the Royal Commission needs to look at two things that so-called review is not even touching: the states, as you mentioned, and their role when it came to lockdowns and all kinds of freebies that were handed out to the public. But also on top of that, the deals that were done with Big Pharma over those damn vaccines that have proved to be a con themselves.
I agree with you entirely. In fact, there are many, many areas that need to be looked at, Chris. I moved a motion to get one of the committees in the Senate to investigate and develop a draft terms of reference for a possible Royal Commission, and that was passed through the Senate. That the committee did it, and I want to commend former barrister Julian Gillespie, for he pulled an enormous team together and developed a phenomenal submission, 180 pages, I think it was. 46,000 signatures. It was the people's submission, and it turned it into a de facto inquiry into COVID, and it covers everything. And the chair, Paul Scarr, I must say, of the committee, did a phenomenal job, along with the Secretariat, of pulling that into something that's very, very workable. There are draft terms of reference ready to go, and they're completely comprehensive, cover every topic imaginable.